Well, I think you guys can see close enough. Okay, well, hello everybody. It's Kathy with Kathy's Country Goodness, here today to bring you a craft. Like so many of my crafts, it's something that I've never done before. I have decoupage before, but not like this. So I found this silver tray. It's not real silver, so don't worry. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not real silver, for $2 at the local thrift store. It wasn't Goodwill, and I can't quite remember the name of it, but there's another thrift store, and they have a lot of really nice things, and I picked this up, and I see platters like this all over the place all the time. They're super cheap, so I'm okay with painting it. It's not like it's a family heirloom. So I want a little tray to go in my guest room on the little table, nightside table that I have. So I thought, well, I'll try to make something. Trying to get creative. I'm not a real creative person. I'm more the type of person who watches somebody else does something and think, I could do that. So I'm just here to try to take the little creativity that I have gotten from other people, and I just lost my light. Okay, well, I don't know why. Okay. I'm gonna unplug this. I think I just have too much plugged in. So we're in the dark. I hope you guys can see me okay. All right. We're going to paint it. First, we're going to clean it. Okay. So I'm going to clean it with rubbing alcohol. I've already washed it with Dawn soap. And it didn't really come clean. And I know there's probably like steel or, silver cleaners things that I don't have that. And I know there's probably a way you could do it too, baking soda or toothpaste or some crazy, something that somebody figured out. But anyways, I washed it with Dawn soap. I'm just gonna, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I see other people doing it. So I'm going to do it. I'm just gonna go over the whole thing with rubbing alcohol. I can smell that. Ugh. Okay. So I don't know if any of you guys watched my live earlier today, but if you go on my page, you will see how I created my version of the Starbucks egg bites. I like to get the ones with the roasted bell peppers, and I made my own. Turned out very good. It's about half the calories. You get double the amount, so why not? Okay, so we're going to paint this chalk white. I'm just going to pour some in here because I find that that's just the easiest way to do it. Okay. So I'm decorating my house kind of a French, I don't know, farmhouse look. And I belong to all these farmhouse pages, and that are supposedly French country farmhouse, but everybody has their own version of what a French country farmhouse is. I really originally wanted to just kind of go a modern look to it, and before I even said farmhouse, right? I like the white and the beiges and add a little bit of color, which is kind of what we did. And my husband came up with this idea, and he says, Kathy, we did the whole Spanish thing in our old house because I'm Spanish. Let's do the French thing in this house because you're French. And it's kind of a country home. If you look at it, it's definitely not a Spanish home. We're out in the country for sure. I don't have any farm animals, but okay, it's going to be hard to get in the little crevices. So anyways, so different people's versions is like white and gray and lines and basic, we threw in yellow and blue because we needed color. But other people's versions, and I think this is more of a fancy smancy French look to it, is all the gold filigree type framing and the big mirrors and all that stuff. And I think it's really pretty, But I have to try to stay focused, which is hard for me to do, on this look that we wanted, which was more of the whites and the creams with hints of yellow and blue. So all spring long, I had beautiful tulips that brought in color into my living room and kitchen. And then I had all of lilacs came in bloom, which was beautiful. So we're going to put a little bit of a flower on this. We're definitely going white, though I do like the silver. I have silver candlesticks on my fireplace that I also got at the Goodwill for $1.90 each. This was $2 for this tray. The hardest part, you guys, is just getting in the little crevices. I didn't know that would be that hard, but I guess this is going to go super fast. I don't know what the weather is like where you guys are. It's been kind of chilly here, you know, like it was 55 the other day. Sun's always out though, which is nice. But the weather is taking a turn. It's gonna get up to like 85 and it's super windy. Like I wouldn't want to go out and drive in it windy. Or walk in it. I mean, I guess I would drive somewhere. Trying really hard to get into those little holes. I guess if I don't get into all of them, it's going to be okay. And I lost my light, you guys, so it's dark in here. I apologize. Sometimes if I have too many things plugged in to this little plug, this little thing, which I did. I had my new glue gun that I got, and I have my light on, and my charging my camera because my camera was low. And then I remembered I had this little iPad that I could watch myself so I could see the comments, and then I plugged that in, and then I lost everything. So hopefully I'll get this done before I lose the battery on my phone. I already got paint on it. And I'm hoping that my dryer, my paint dryer, won't turn on. If not, I might have to stop and try to figure out how I can plug it into the light socket itself. It's just behind me. It's not going to be hard. I guess if this gets overloaded, it's supposed to turn off like that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that's how it's supposed to do. All right, I know it doesn't look like much now, but it was going to be pretty, I promise. Okay, so these egg bites that I made for breakfast, I made them in a cupcake, one of those, you know, plug-in cupcake makers, which they turned out pretty good. It was supposed to make 6, and I don't know what, it totally would have made 6 because I was kind of like overfilling the 5 that I did. And for some reason, I didn't catch on until after I started popping them out of the machine. That I kept saying I was making 6, right? Everybody who watched it, which, you know, wasn't very many people, but there will be other people watching it later. We'll see. God, doesn't she know how to count? There's only 5. But anyways, you make them and then they pop out and they're so good. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. Oh, it's working. I feel like it might need a second coat because you can see all the, you know, the brush strokes and everything. So just bear with me. I'm just going to stay online till I'm done. So check in on me once in a while if you start seeing this video. Hopefully it won't be too long. try. That was quick. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can plug my iPad in to this. Try to get that charged. All right, so now I think if you guys don't mind watching me, I'm going to put a second coat on and see. I got brush strokes, so maybe that's why they put 2 or 3 coats on, huh? I have to try a different brush too. This brush is actually designed for chalk paint. I got it at Walmart. I got my chalk paint at Hobby Lobby. Dixie Line makes a nice brand, but Dixie Line I think you have to buy from a designated retail place, and I don't think that they're in Hobby Lobby. I could be wrong, they might be. We do have somebody in town that sells Dixie Line. I might have to start investing a little bit more in her product because I like to keep the independent entrepreneurs, especially women, you know, in business. It's a good product. She does a lot of transfers. This woman, her store name is I think it's Irwin or Ewan. It's a weird name. Cottage, and it's mostly an antique store, but the back of it is paints, and she has these really awesome, I think they're an Australian brand. She's an ambassador for them, so she actually, if you order them through the Australian website, she actually mails them out of here, out of Idaho. And so some of her work is like, oh, wow. She paints up like old suitcases and dressers and, you know, all sorts of neat things. And then she puts these transfers on them. And I don't know if you know what a transfer is, but it's like where we're going to try to do one here. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's not a lot of work. It takes a little, like you can't be real fast with it. You put this paper on. It looks like a kind of a sheet of paper that has an image, and then you take a pencil or some sort of like, not a pencil, but more like a popsicle stick, that kind of thing. I think the transfers come with the tool actually, and you rub and rub and rub and rub, and then eventually you once you've rubbed, you lift it up, and the image, whether it be beautiful roses or something, like I've seen her do punk stuff. Oh gosh, just does wonderful work. And then she sells it in her store. And you know, she doesn't ask a lot for her pieces. You know, like 175 to 300. I don't think I've ever seen anything more than 300. And we're talking like furniture pieces, nice big pieces. I should let her know I have this page, and maybe she'll let me link her site. It'd be nice if we could do something together. Anyway, she's helped me a couple times. Like I told her what I wanted to do on the ends of this, and she showed me how to do it. Okay, I think this is pretty. Okay, look at my hands. And I'm using Clorox disinfectant wipes, which is not good. Right? I should have like handy wipes for babies or something. But this is what I have. I need to get something else. Okay, now we're going to dry this platter. You know, one time last week I came in to do a craft and it said I was live, and I told everybody, I even set an event, come watch me live. And I don't know if it was because I did the event or what, but there was like nobody on there. And I had people tell me they were coming. And then 7 minutes after it'd been on for 40 minutes, right? Because I forget what the craft was. It might have been these shoes up here. I don't know if you can see them, but I did some shoes. People started popping on. And then I go back to look, and even though it said live the whole entire time, it didn't until 7 minutes before the end of the video is when it went live. And so I don't even know. Nobody's on here. So, I mean, that could be happening right now, which would be a real bummer. I did not set an event though. And I thought, well, maybe it was because I set the event, you know, like different time zones or something, that it was just different. I don't know. But anyways, here we go. Chalk paint dries pretty quickly. Okay, so this is what we're at right now. Okay, I am not looking what this looks like over here. So I'm not going to wait for this to dry, but before I do the next step, I'm going to put a little third coat, you know, because I want it to look nice, right? That's why we take our time, and we say I'm good enough, but I mean, it's going to go in my guest room. On the dresser, I kind of want it to look pretty. I think it's going to be beautiful. It's already looking beautiful. Okay. Be right here where that dent is. Okay, I might have to just go over it a little bit with the dryer again. Okay, so. Okay. All right, now, I said we were decoupaging, but this is actually one of those peel sticks that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And I'm not really sure what kind of flower this is, but I think it's really pretty. I'm going to do the purple. And it just, if we are going to decoupage, we're going to seal over it though. But I don't think I need to decoupage. Under it. I don't think so. All right, so here, okay, I'm just going to stand. Okay. So I can see. And I'm going to just, I don't want it to be straight on, right? I'm just going to kind of go like that. It's still hot from the dryer. put it on. These are $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And then I don't know, probably don't need all of it, but I'm going to put the purples. Okay, so this is what we have. Pretty, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to seal it before we do the trim on the outside, because chalk paint, from what I've been told, and it's true, is very absorbent. So the little bit of paint I want to put on these little raised, well, they look like grapes, honestly. I think that's what they are. I thought they were flowers at first, but they're little grapes. Or they're raised, and I want to be able to enhance that with some silver. Okay, but before we do that, we are going to use Extreme Guard Top Coat in Satin. Now, is supposed to be the same as Mod Podge, but it's also for the weather. So they say you could put this out in the rain and with water spills on it, or even it makes it food safe, from what I understand. Now, also, sorry, just get white paint on my face. Okay, so it also says don't shake, but you need to stir. So I have this little stir stick. I guess because there's bubbles. You don't want bubbles in here. Seal it. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this brush, which I also came with my other brush from Walmart, and I'm going to go over the edges and everything. And I don't think this will take long to dry. And then once I get this coated on here, we'll do the part that makes me a little bit nervous, you know, and then we will have to go over it a second time, give it another coat. And honestly, before I actually put it on the table in the guest room, I will probably give it a third coat. I don't know why. Okay, so now that I've done the edges, let's go around the rim. Okay, now we're going over this applique that I just put on here. Okay, let's give that a minute to dry. Okay. Oh my God, I think it's turning out beautiful. I'm so excited. I know I don't look like I'm excited, but it's me. This is me being excited. Little paintbrush there. Little hair with the paintbrush. It's already looking so pretty, and I haven't even put the finished touches on it yet. I have to make sure the grapes around the edges are really dry because that's my next step. Slowly tapping. All right, I think that's good. Batteries being charged. Yeah, it's up to 8%. How about that? And it probably still can't get on my page. Let me see. Because if I don't see myself on my page, what does that mean? Okay, I don't want to see other people's pages. Okay, it just took me to somebody else's page. Okay, so now, okay, I haven't quite decided what color to use. I have this, let's throw this away. Okay, I have this gray, I think I do. Well, maybe not. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. I have this gray out already. I think it's this. It's called Metallic Paint Tin. Okay. And then I have Metallic Acrylic Tester's Craft. I have no silver. So I think what I'm going to do is cover this up before I... Guys, why am I such a mess? How do people paint and not get it on themselves? Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to squirt out a little bit of both colors. And then maybe I will go like back and forth. Right? And give it a little dimension. I mean, dementia. No. Maybe I'm coming down with dementia. Dimension? Dimension. You know, like they do in painting. I got silver. Really shake this up because I think we have to shake it up. Oh yeah. Okay, so silver, and then I've got tin. Okay, so what you do is super easy. You take the cheapest little brush. This is the one that it was even recommended to me from the lady at the cottage. And she said, just the cheap brush. And then you just dab a little bit of the color that you think you want. I'm just going to put a little bit of both colors. Well, no, okay, I'm just going to do the tin for now. And then you dab it off. And then, I have done this before and this turned out really nice. And then you just kind of lightly go over the grapes. Some people do this with wax. I actually have a wax that I bought from her, but it wasn't silver. It was kind of like a maple color, you know, like a wooden, not oak. I think it was more mapley. And it worked really well for that particular project I was doing, but I think I just really wanted like a silver. Because, you know, just to let people to know, this is a silver tray. It was. Well, not a real silver tray. If it was a real silver tray, people, I wouldn't have gone over it. Okay, I think it's looking really pretty. What do you guys think? If you see it later on today, because I don't even know if I'm live. Give me a heart. I might have to just post the video. Okay, I'm going to make it go a little darker, and then I think I'll put the lighter on and see. Oh yeah, darker's pretty. Well, and then some people would take a rag and then like wipe it off real quick. I'm not going to do that because I kind of like the darker. I think this is turning out so beautiful. I'm so excited. Okay, I really am. This is me excited. I really am. I need some of those happy pills. No, I didn't say that. Okay. Okay, so. Oh yeah, it's so pretty. Okay, you guys see? Pretty, huh? All right, now I am going to just dab a little of the lighter gray just to see what it does. And if I don't like it, what can happen, right? You can just go back over it with the silver. Yeah, I like it. I think it does give it just a little bit more depth. I had my painting teacher on here earlier today. When I was cooking, she should be on my art class. Not that I could teach her anything. She's incredible. Yeah, her name is Sherry, and she teaches a little, kind of like a paint and sip here locally. But I've seen her work, and it's incredible. Incredible. So, you know what, guys? I'm really liking the way this turned out. I'm gonna pick it up so you guys can see it. I don't know, like, if it's coming through. I think it is. I always say that, and it does. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so all that is really left to do with it is give it a couple more coats of the sealant, and then I think it's done. It's going to be a beautiful tray to go in the bedroom. Yeah, I'm really happy. Yay! Okay, well, so as promised, I'm going to hit the record button now. I'll like definitely download this as a video, and I will post it if it didn't go live. If it did go live, well, I hope you watch the recap of it, because I think this is totally doable. You could do this technique honestly on one of those cheap Dollar Tree. You can't go to the Goodwill and find, you know, an old, it doesn't even have to be silver. It could be a wooden tray. It could be one of those cheap plastic that look like silver from the Dollar Tree. You could probably do it on like the plastic ones, right? Because you're going to put the coat of the white on first, and then nobody will know what's underneath. Now, I did leave mine silver underneath it, so you can tell. But anyways, I'm happy with the way it turned out. I hope you're happy with the way it turned out. And I will see you another day. Thank you so much.